So we're at the Fairmont Hotel just outside London for the DSP Leaders World Forum 2022. I'm here with Neil McRae, Chief Architect from BT. Neil, great to have you here. Great to see you part of the programme we have here.
It's brilliant to be here, Ray. Thank you.
Great, thanks. Now, one of the key discussions we've had here has been around sort of edge and how that could be used by telcos, and also how that interacts with 5G plans. What's BT been doing there? Has it got any sort of particular success stories or use cases that you might share?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of really great use cases where we're taking what we're now calling private enterprise networks. That's become the kind of the formal name for private 5G and all these kind of new solutions. And one of the fantastic areas where we've really seen an excited customer, because for me, you know, we can talk, oh, we've built here, we've built there. What I want to see isn't the infrastructure built. It's a customer with a great big smile on their face, really excited about what this technology is doing for them. And in Belfast Harbour, where we've been collaborating with the port there for some time, actually, we actually built the first part of that private network over 2 years ago. So we've been working with them for a long time. Clearly, COVID had an impact on that, but the simplest of challenges they faced around air pollution. You know, as there's all sorts of air pollution requirements. For them to measure that as these big container ships come in on the one side, you've got lorries coming in on the other side, and you've got humans there that have to breathe the air. So it was clearly a key concern for them, that how do they ensure that you know, that the pollution levels is at the right level. And the simplest of sensors to deploy with 5G, and all of a sudden they've got a great visibility of what the pollution level or how clean the air is in that whole area. Something they've never been able to do before. And it sounds, you know, people watching this will probably say, well, but for them, the smile is ear to ear. It's like, wow, we've finally solved this problem. We've then kind of moved into other, you know, slightly more advanced cases in some respects, which is using drones for them to inspect all the hardware they've got there. If you ever visit Belfast, and it's a phenomenal city, I encourage everyone to go there. We've got a brilliant lab there as well as part of BT in Ireland. And what we've seen, what they've been doing is using video AI and drones and other cameras to really be able to examine the equipment that they've got, make sure it's running at the right pace, predicting failures. So, you know, and as you know, we mentioned it quite a lot over the sessions, is we're in a supply chain challenge. One of the biggest things in that supply chain are all these container ships. So if somewhere like Belfast has a crane that doesn't work, or, you know, that affects everybody, you know, from all sorts of walks of life, because you've got ships waiting to unload. Meanwhile, the port will be getting fined, or there'll be some sort of penalty around not being able to comply. So again, it looks like a really small thing, but for them, it's the difference between being open and being closed. And again, a problem they've never been able to solve effectively, but now we've got, you know, 5G compute on the site and local, where they can take these high definition images, use the power of the edge and local compute to process them, as opposed to trying to drag 8K videos back to London, which is where their nearest cloud's probably going to be, and then take them back. Edge has really made a difference there. Again, we've partnered with NVIDIA on some of the video processing and put that into our Dell platform. We use Dell for a lot of our edge compute. And it's again, customers like, wow. And what's, for me, Ray, what's the most exciting thing about it is the kind of the change of the customer's view, which is, can we really do this, into, wow, we're going to do there's so many other things my brain's now buzzing about that we could try and experiment with. And we've got a big kind of roadmap of kind of trials and experiments. But, you know, we're actually now starting to monetize it, and the customer says, okay, I see the value, here's the money. And you know, Edge gets this kind of, I think we kind of get over focused on it. Edge is where you need something to be. And that can be, you know, in the port, it can be in the exchange, it could be on a radio, it could be in your pocket on your phone. So, rather than focus on where is it, actually let's focus on what is it going to do for us. And I think we've been a bit more focused on the previous rather than the latter. So really exciting use case, and one of many. We're also working with the various local governments on how they deploy smart cities to take cost out of how they run the infrastructure for you and me as where we live. And again, the momentum of that starting to build up again as I think they see that, the kind of inflationary challenges that we face, they've got to look at different ways to save money and make things much more efficient. So I'm really excited about 5G and Edge and how they're coming together and really making a difference in the world. Lots of people think that there's going to be this big bang. They'll open the door and Edge will have been done. And I kind of reflect on, I said to someone, well, let's just reflect on TV. The way we watch TV today is 100% different to how we watched TV 10 years ago. And I think with Edge, that's going to be the same thing. The way that we're doing things today, the way that different businesses do things today, 10 years from now will be wildly different, and it'll be powered by the network. And I think we as telecoms operators, we're doing an amazing job. We're working with our customers. We're empowering our customers. We're giving our customers things to be excited about and really bringing our techco knowledge to them in a way that the hyperscalers can't do and few other organizations can do.
So, it's great to hear these kind of positive stories and good to hear these use cases now, because before it was all on PowerPoint, but now we've got people saying, this is amazing, we got it for A and B, but actually C, D, E and F are working for us as well. And here at the forum, we started off the day by just reflecting on what the last couple of years has meant. And there's a really positive buzz now and a great sense of confidence that this industry is in pretty good shape and in a pretty good place. Can it now be capitalized on, do you think? Is this a launch pad now to prove that, this thing called digital transformation, it really comes from, what companies like BT have been doing for years? I
think, Ray, absolutely. But I think it's down to us to execute on it, and I think in previous times we've kind of we got focused on the wrong things. There's still some big challenges in engaging with some of our customers. The first guy you get introduced to, procurement guy, you're probably not going to be building a lot of solutions with them. So, I always kind of, I actually got, with one of our customers, I got kind of angry with them. I said, look, you come here, I'm the, technology guy, you come here to meet your procurement team. Are you guys crazy? There's stuff that we can do with you to make your business more successful for your customers, who, by the way, are also my customers. So how do we partner together? And sometimes with the odd customer, you kind of need to give them a bit of a jab to say, let's stop talking about, pennies off this and that. Let's talk about how we build something together that makes a difference to you as in your business. So I'll say to them, look, we're number one in mobile. How do I make you number one in what you are? What can I bring to that? And wow, the discussion changes entirely. So, I want to see us as the telecoms industry be much bolder and willing to go out there and work with our customers and be the engine that we can be for them. And that's what the discussion was this morning. And I think it was exciting. I think there was a lot of positivity, but I think we still lack a little bit of belief. And I'm here to deliver belief because if we don't believe it, who will?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's the power of bringing people back together in the same room. 100%. So we have an online audience, but people are here, they're chatting now, having coffee and a dinner tonight. And that's where really some of these war stories and some of these ideas will come out. I've already heard people talking about, let's talk later about this, let's have a meeting. And that's so great to hear at last after so long, 100%. Not being face to face.
Yeah, 100% right. I studied the power of people being together when I was at university, and yeah, you can get a lot done working from home, but actually getting people together and the accidental conversation that you wouldn't have had, I think we super undervalue that, and we've got to figure out how we really translate it into an outcome more and more and more. Okay. Well, Neil, great to have you here again. Great for you to bring your pinball tables with you as well to add that extra element. Well, it's all for charity. All for charity. Absolutely. So great to talk to you again, Neil. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me, Ray.